Some of you are not going to believe this. I am actually coming at you guys with some positive news about the Call of Duty franchise. Can you believe it? A leak has come out about Black Ops 4 that I'm actually, excited to hear. That actually makes me happy to hear. Because a long-awaited change to part of the DLC model of the Call of Duty franchise might be coming in Black Ops 4. So a big deal since the actual supply drops came into the game in Advanced Warfare has always been how supply drops have been introduced into the game and how DLC has been introduced into all of the titles through these supply drops. In games like Black Ops 3, obviously the only way to get weapons and things like that were to get supply drops, and historically I would think we could all say that in Call of Duty, supply drops do not actually come to players enough through free advancements like leveling up or credits, whatever you want to call it, where you can buy them. Crypto keys were not very easily obtained in games like Black Ops 3, so you were heavily encouraged to buy the supply drops in order to get new weapons and things that have been, pretty decently overpowered in some of these games. Well, what if I told you that some leaks have come out from Call of Duty themselves that introduce a new idea to their DLC concept? Call of Duty might finally be ditching the loot box system. That's right, we might not ever see another supply drop in Call of Duty again. A blog post from Call of Duty introduced the idea behind this thing called the supply stream, which is basically like a battle pass from Fortnite or a rocket pass from Rocket League, where there are tiers throughout these things called seasons, which are basically just eras in the game that have different themes and things like that reward players with different items and DLCs in the game, like cosmetics, outfits, emotes, things like that, just for playing the game, completing challenges, and leveling up. This idea has been pretty revolutionary in mainstream games. A lot of games are ditching these DLC models of loot boxes and are starting to actually bring in these ideas of quote-unquote free DLC or DLC that can be outright purchased and then earned through these passes. Now, we know Activision has given us the Black Ops Pass, and a lot of the maps and things like that in Black Ops 4 post-launch are going to be locked behind this pass, and I think we can all agree that is a very toxic DLC move. But I also think we can agree that ditching the supply drop for this system is going to definitely be better for consumers and benefit the game more. The inherent problem with the supply drop towards consumers is the fact that you never really know what you're going to get. You're basically gambling on the items that you want. You're paying in real life money. You actually put credit cards and things like that on these consoles. You go out and purchase PlayStation Network cash cards and you buy these supply drops. There is no guarantee that you're going to get anything that you want, let alone even something that you don't already have or have gotten, dozens of times. And you can literally, if you just get to a point, spend thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on these games trying to get items that you want and maybe just never get them. I've been playing Black Ops 3 for 3 years and I still don't have all the weapons in the game or all the camos or all of the specialist outfits. 3 years of playing a Call of Duty title and I can't even access all the DLC in the game. That has been a problem behind the supply drop. But with this quote-unquote supply stream, where you pay maybe $10 every couple months to access the new season or something like that, it gives you a reason to play the game, to grind the game, to earn all the things in this pass. You pay outright for what you're wanting, and there's no gambling behind it. I mean, you have no reason to gamble. There's no drop that's randomized. They show you everything you're getting. You pay for the premium pass if there isn't a free pass in the game, obviously. I mean, there's free passes in Fortnite and things like that. Overall, it's just a better way of introducing the post-launch DLC. This would be a huge move for Call of Duty. Now, the reason that I think that this is all true is because, well, Call of Duty actually did release this post that you're seeing on the screen and then, of course, deleted it shortly afterwards. The industry is moving towards this kind of model of battle passes, or I don't even know, content passes, I guess you could call them too. Loot boxes are also becoming illegal in a lot of jurisdictions. Countries in Europe are challenging them in courts. Hawaii is looking at making them illegal. The overall community in gaming just seem really negative towards the loot boxes. I mean, Battlefront 2 basically got killed by their loot box scandal. It's just not financially worth the risk anymore to put a loot box in your game. I mean, if you introduce this system, of course people are going to buy them, but you're also buying a bunch of bad press. You're also turning customers off because there have been people people who clearly have quit Call of Duty because of supply drops. Publications are going to just write shit articles about your game. They're going to completely dog your game, which can make people not want to buy it, even though, of course, there is a counter-argument that all publicity is good publicity. It works for games like Grand Theft Auto. But also, you have to worry about the fact that courts can literally settle against you now. I mean, these are being challenged in courts. They're actually becoming a law and are being banned in certain places. This is no longer just some harmless gaming fun, you know? There are judges and juries deciding whether or not these things are moral, because in reality, they're like a slot machine. So while you run the risk of making a bunch of money at the complete cost of turning customers off of your game, legal issues and laws in certain places, and plus the industry standards are changing for this kind of model. There's just not really a point anymore. And the Call of Duty community has been very vocal about supply drops. We have been very vocal about the DLC methods of Black Ops 4 alone. And overall, I think Activision is finally starting to understand that there are other ways to make money than loot boxes. Hopefully they get this lesson down next time with the Season Pass. Now, I also want to take this idea a step further because, of course, there's a lot of questions like, what are COD points going to be used for? What is the whole Black Ops Pass tie-in with this? Now, this post did say that Black Ops Pass owners would get 10 tiers advanced in each season of the pass. So if you own the pass, I mean, that could be a good thing for you, I guess. Then you have to wonder about DLC weapons, because Call of Duty throughout the life cycle of the game is definitely going to add weapons into this game. There's no way that we don't see DLC weapons in a Call of Duty. Honestly, I would be very shocked, and honestly, I'd be kind of mad if they decided that DLC weapons are going to be in these supply streams, because it's still pay to win and you're still going to make people mad. I mean, in the end, it would just be best to have, like what Fortnite does, have the free pass where you can still earn some things and make all the DLC weapons and some of the cosmetics part of the free pass, so just by playing the game, leveling up, earning challenges and things like that, players can earn all the weapons and some of the cosmetics, and then if they want the premium pass or the premium supply stream, whatever you want to call it, they can get advanced emotes, other cosmetics, things like that. Because in the end, you don't want the game to be pay to win, especially if the weapons are going to be super overpowered like they were in Black Ops 3. Going back to the whole COD points thing, this also makes me wonder if we're going to see an item shop like we do in Fortnite, because honestly, I just don't see COD points as being usable only towards advancing tiers of this battle pass. What if we see every day different specialist themes, you know, different camos, different emotes in-game, maybe even different reticles and calling cards and stuff available for purchase directly with COD points? I think this would be a really good idea. I think that if we could do this, this is probably the direction to go, because you're literally just offering more and more content to players, and if they can directly purchase it, that's a lot better than just locking it all behind a supply drop, you know? I would be way more incentivized to buy COD points in a game where I can just directly purchase, like, every day I get on. Wow, this new, you know, awesome camo for the assault rifles is available for 500 COD points. I also want this new specialist theme. I would rather buy COD points and just buy that stuff, and, I mean, you know, I'd probably put a lot of money into COD points at that point, because I think camos are awesome in these games. I like cosmetics in Call of Duty. I would definitely buy these things. But when it comes down to it, I don't want to buy a loot box that just randomizes what I get, and then most of the time I actually just get duplications of things that I've gotten before. So there's still a lot of stipulations behind this battle pass. Of course, the DLC weapons thing has yet to be answered. We don't even know 100%, it's not set in stone. They haven't actually introduced the idea in the game. Of course, we haven't seen anything about it, but I will say there is a notable lack of supply drops in Black Ops 4. They're not available for purchase. They're not in the game at all. You can't just earn them like in World War II and stuff. Right at launch, you could just get them and they were cosmetic only. They're just blatantly not in Black Ops 4. There's literally nothing to spend COD points on right now, so hopefully we do see this supply stream. Hopefully we do have these ideas of free DLC weapons for all introduced and things like that. I think that would be really healthy for the game. It would increase the longevity of me playing it, especially. I'm already enjoying the game a lot. I think I will play this game all the way through this year. I'm all for more content. I'm just not all for loot boxes. So this idea is a-okay in my book. I'm really happy to announce this. I hope that we see this announced formally soon by Call of Duty, and I hope to see this as a turning point for the franchise. So I'm still a little bit worried. I mean, it's not completely set in stone. I've talked about it a little bit like it is, but that's just because it's like 90% likely at this point, but they could definitely mess this up, and I hope they don't. I hope I'm wrong about the idea of them being, able to fuck this up, but we're gonna see here in the next few weeks probably. I mean, they're about to introduce a lot of new stuff into the game. Leaderboards will be coming soon, combat records as well. Ranked Play's first season will be kicking off somewhat soon in the coming weeks. We're gonna see Nuketown dropping for free next month for all players. There's a lot coming to Black Ops 4. I'm excited for the next few weeks, and I'm excited to see how they take this supply stream down. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new around here. Follow me on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. Also, make sure to join the Discord down below. Thank you to these patrons. These are my first 3 patrons over on Patreon. If you would like to have your name displayed at the end with patron shoutouts, the link is down below and on my channel. Thank you guys for supporting my content, and until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, waiting for that battle pass and signing out.